let's go into the Zoom room now where we have Education Superintendent Jon Fernandez standing by for our weekly update. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Happy day, Chris, Sabrina, Jason, and everyone over there with the show. Every time I turn my head, it's another weekly update. It's how fast things are moving. It's busy times for us. But again, we're actually, I think at this point, it's good to announce that we are at the end of the school year, and we are kind of at the point where we're able to celebrate those students who have made it through the school year, through these past 18 months. And we have a bunch of graduations coming up. So I know, as you know, there's been changes to the graduation standards and safety protocols and guidelines. But with the size of our graduating classes, that planning just started in January. Actually, before that, but in January, we really had to nail down what those plans were. So all of our high schools are currently scheduled for graduation, the Grad and Go drive-through ceremonies, and they've been planning, to make those ceremonies as creative and as meaningful as they can for their graduates. So starting on June 2nd, we'll have John F. Kennedy High School starting the whole season off with graduation at their campus. And then it'll go all the way through June 11th, with the last school graduating will be George Washington High School. So, between June 2nd and June 11th, the high schools will be conducting their graduations. They will be live streamed. You'll have to contact the school, or we'll share that information on our website or our Facebook page. But we look forward to everybody, again, helping these graduates celebrate, to do it safely, and really mark the end of what's really been an unusual, unique type of school year during coming through this COVID-19 situation. So we look forward, and we want to congratulate in advance all of the graduates and their families for this particular milestone in their students' lives.
Viva Class of 2021! Viva! Right on. Yep, especially to my three young guns up at DLP. Callie, Chase, and Channing. Chase will do the walk.
This is just the high school graduations, not to mention all of the promotions that are happening as well. And again, a lot of them are drive-through, but somebody was observing to me that yesterday one of the promotions took place, and what they noticed was, even though these are drive-through ceremonies, the families kind of dressed up for it. It wasn't like they were just in their bahaki going to picking up the promotion certificate. They dressed up, and then they took their child out for lunch. I thought it was nice. It was kind of getting back to that normal feeling of celebration. So we were glad to see that, and that the families had an opportunity to celebrate, these particular milestones in their kids' progress through DOE. So again, not just for our graduates, but viva to all the schools and all the promotions, the students who are going through that transition from elementary to middle and from middle to high school.
Do you feel?
We also.
Oh, good. Go ahead, John.
We also just an update on summer school. I know that's we're turning our attention all the way now to summer and then to next school year. I know we've been trying to track the registration. So I even had to update this for my board meeting last night, because I had reported that we were tracking about 1,800. Students, but we've kept that registration pretty open. If you're interested, we're not going to turn you away because you missed the initial registration time frame. So we're now at 4,700 students who are registered for summer school. So this is more than twice of what we normally get during the summer. So we're very happy to see students and families. Two things: number one, feeling comfortable coming back to school. And number two, really helping to focus in on the fact that we do need to ensure that students who need that assistance take advantage of the opportunity. So we're working through the details. Obviously we have to make sure the teachers are hired, and at this point, my staff telling me that they don't anticipate an issue with the teachers. We're going to have to sit down with the buses, with DPW. We understand that the buses are now authorized to operate at 50% of their total load, which will increase the capacity on the buses. And then, we'll work out all those details to make sure that we're ready to go for summer school. In addition to the summer school, I think I mentioned last time, we are working with the governor's office and the Lieutenant Governor in particular, because they're utilizing $33 million in their Education Stabilization Fund to support nonprofit organizations, the mayor's offices, and groups who want to come in and offer activities for children and youth over the summer and also after school in the coming year. So my understanding is that they've received maybe around 35 applications, and we're going to assist them in kind of reviewing the activities so that we can offer any recommendations and input to help. But our understanding is that the community partners will also come in and share part of this effort to engage students, give them activities and opportunities over the summer. We hope that some of this will take place in our community learning centers. We do know that we have the space available, and it would make sense for organizations who need the space to come co-locate at schools where students are already enrolled, and hopefully they can participate in those programs. So that's what summer school looks like. And then obviously we're still preparing for the next school year. It looks like at this reporting period, we've got 87% of elementary students are expected back for face-to-face, 84% of middle school students, and 82% of high school students for back-to-back, for face-to-face instruction next year. So we're really eager. Our goal, again, is 5 days of instruction for all these students who are coming back for face-to-face teaching and learning. We've gone to all the schools. We've looked at the safety parameters and how we might adjust to make sure that 5 days of instruction are possible. And then we're working with public health to make sure that we have their support in meeting that goal, and also making sure that we do this in a safe manner. So we're really, again, this is like nonstop work to try to figure out how we can make this happen. But we're pretty confident. I'd say 90% confident that we'll get this done. We'll be able to do the 5 days of instruction with the support of the governor and public health. And that work will be underway on a weekly basis to get to that goal. So I'll go ahead and stop there, and happy to take any other questions that you might have.
No, I just wanted to say, congratulations.
Yeah.
We got the news this morning about all 41 schools having achieved WASC accreditation. So congratulations.
Yeah, no, that's at 9 o'clock. We're going to do a celebration with WASC and with our school administrators, our accreditation chairs, who are able to join us for we don't have the opportunity to get together physically, but we'll do it virtually. And I just thought it was important to take a moment and celebrate the hard work that's gone in to the accreditation of all of our schools. We are actually the first school district, I guess, in the country, in the world, that has achieved WASC accreditation for all schools. I believe Hawaii is close, but they might be 1 or 2 schools short of 100%. So we went ahead and made sure that we completed the task. And what that means really for the community is that, we work within, here on Guam, we work as a district, we work as, on a school by school basis to really assess where our kids are and look at what we need to do to improve their academic progress and to continue that cycle of improvement. What WASC brings to it is an opportunity to have, experts with coming in from the outside, from the region, from Hawaii and California and other school districts, former superintendents, teachers, principals, be able to participate and come on island and see what's going on, to be able to ask questions about how we do things, about what data we're using, how we're leveraging technology, what the curriculum, looks like. And with that, they're able to offer, 2 things. One is a seal of approval. Number one is to acknowledge that there are, there is the infrastructure for continuous improvement. And number 2, to acknowledge the progress that the schools are making in meeting the goals that they set for themselves. So we, this past year, we've had to go through virtual visits instead of the on-site visits because of COVID-19. And so we were asked if we wanted to delay, the visits and just wait till next year or the following year. But the schools who are involved really were gung-ho to complete this. So our last school to receive initial accreditation was Chief Brody Memorial Elementary School, which received its accreditation notification after our April 2021 meeting. So with that, and I had to verify it, 2-3 times. I just went back to WASC to make sure. We did verify that all 41 schools have now achieved accreditation status, and that we are the first district to complete this effort. So I want to congratulate all the schools, and this again, not only the school leaders, but this has to do with all the teachers, the parents, the students who participated in sharing what was going on at their school and helping to set goals for improvement, in the coming years. So congratulations, GDOE and all of our school community. Thank you.
And it's just a great way to end the school year with news like this. So again, congratulations. GEB, you mentioned they met last night. Anything of significance that you could share with us?
Well, a lot of it is really, a lot of our discussions right now are really about, just like the 2 issues I talked about, really ensuring that we're ready for the summer and that we are ready to go for the next school year. Now, I want to say we're ready to go. I always want to say that, but there's still so many things that are in process that have to be, watched and looked at and ensured that we're going to get everything we need for that first day of school. So, I gave a progress report. I mean, we're looking to procure all the necessary supplies and materials and equipment to address the safety requirements at school. Especially going into the coming school year when we have the 80% students back face to face. So a lot of that planning that goes on over the summer to ensure that we're ready is just maybe 2 or 3 times that level of planning, because the work with the buses to make sure we're clear on what they're doing, to ensure that we're not just ready for the regular opening, but we have all the safety protocols in place, all the training that needs to happen before the start of the school year. All of that has to be organized. And again, we have all this grant money coming in, so we're trying to deploy all these funds and bring in the supports as quickly as possible, which is quite a challenge. So again, we're working very hard and trying to get all of these things moving. So we do appreciate the patience that the community has shown with us. It's very difficult. I mean, just when we get an announcement of funding being available, it doesn't just show up in the bank account and we're ready to roll. I mean, there's so many processes that we have to go through to get things approved and then to go and procure these supports. So we're glad that we made progress with the first 2 rounds of funding. The ARP, the American Rescue Act, again, we're a few days short of completing the budget proposal for that. We had targeted the 21st. We're probably going to take a couple extra days. We really have 90 days to submit, back to USDOE, which would put us out into June. But we're trying to get this done sooner so we can make those resources available and support the activities that are planned by our public schools, our charter schools, and our private school partners. So that's a lot on the plate.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole table.
Yeah, it really is. And and as you can understand with the staff working hard, I mean, they're here in the evening, on the weekends. People are stressed. There's a lot of stress going around, and so I see it, I hear it, and we try to encourage our team to just keep moving forward and do what we need to do to complete our mission. But it is tough, and so I'm glad for the conversations I'm able to come into, and help sort things out, help straighten things out, help pull people back on the same page. It seems that's my job, for the most part these days, is find areas where we're not really clear on and come in there and try to help clarify what we're doing, what people need to be doing, reach agreement so that we're all on the same page, because there's so much going on. It would be easy for us to just for communication to break down and for things to go awry without that steady coordination. So we're doing our best to make sure that we steer this ship, so that we're ready to go for our next school year.
All right. Well, thanks, John. I know you got to get to your press conference in a couple of more minutes. So thank you. And again, congratulations to you and everybody over there at GDOE.
Well, thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to always be here. And again, as we go forward, we will take advantage of I plan to take advantage of these weekly segments if you would. There was a comment I heard recently about, what's happening in the next school year, and we need to have a plan and we need to get ready. And I want to assure the community that we have a plan. We are working our hardest to get ready. I think if there's an issue of it not getting out into the community and sharing all the details, and I think that's something we're really going to work on. But I just want to say that because I know that we have a team here that's really asking all the right questions, pushing for the solutions, getting the answers so that we can move step by step towards the steady reopening of schools. And sometimes we hear from the community questions about this issue or that issue that they don't think we're thinking about or have the answers to. So we do want to focus a little bit more about sharing some of those details and hearing those concerns and making sure we're communicating. But I do want to assure everybody that we've got very experienced people working through all the kinks and challenges, the interagency work that needs to happen to coordinate with public health and public works. So I want to say that just because I know they get a little frustrated internally when they say, well, have you thought of this? And I say, well, yes, and, maybe 5 months ago, but we're working through all of it because it's very complicated. It's not easy, but I'm pretty confident in our team. So I think what we want to do is just continue to work to share that information and to do so maybe just even more transparently so people feel like their questions and their concerns are being addressed. So we'll continue to do that as we head into the summer. So thank you though for the opportunity to do that.
Right on. And John, if ever you can make it, feel free to throw one of the deputies on.
Well, if that would be a good break for them.
Yeah.
We would appreciate that, but definitely we'll look forward to opportunities like that.
Of course. Thank you, John. Appreciate your time always.
All right. Thank you.
There you go. Superintendent Jon Fernandez, Guam Department of Education.